Some of the largest and most well-known U.S. retail businesses are in fast decline, with many stores closing at this very time. If you have a favorite store, you should definitely visit it soon. UBS reports that over 50,000 stores are potentially being closed by retailers, which might have a major effect on the economy of the United States. Even well-known brands like Rite Aid, Amazon Fresh, and Big Lots are resorting to extraordinary tactics to remain afloat in the face of never-before-seen market volatility. While some of these companies may be able to weather the next retail storm, analysts are skeptical. Today's video features a tally of establishments in danger of closing for good in the coming weeks and months, as well as a few that have already begun the process of selling off their remaining inventory and saying goodbye to their customers. To keep up with our future videos, please subscribe to our channel and give this one a thumbs up to show your support. Without further ado, let's take a look at the 15 largest American chains that are likely to go out of business in the next few months. Toys R Us. The odds are stacked against Big Lots, a shop that sells everything from furniture and electronics to home decor and clothing. Specials are down in % year-over-year despite customers' penchant for discounts and specials. Big Lots, which has 1,425 shops across 48 states, is having financial difficulties as a result of a growing number of underperforming sites. According to a statement issued by Chief Financial Officer Jonathan Ramsden, Big Lots will close all of its city center location by the end of 2023. Experts in the retail industry are concerned about the company's future because it had a significant cash loss in 2022 and is not expected to recoup this year. Big Lots' problems exacerbated in November when it lost its biggest furniture supplier. In addition, the firm lost $210.7 million, or $7.30 per share, in the fiscal year that ended on January 31st. Given these circumstances, it's possible that Big Lots' devoted client base may have to say goodbye to their beloved location in the coming months. Rite Aid. The pharmaceutical chain stated in the spring of 2022 that it would be closing 145 shops, with further closures predicted the following year in 2023. Over 100 of the business's locations have been underperforming for several quarters, the company said, so cost-cutting is necessary. In their most recent quarterly report, for the period ending in December 2022, Rite Aid stated a loss of approximately $67 million. Rite Aid's senior vice president and chief financial officer brought up the possibility of further store closures during a teleconference discussing first-quarter earnings. Due to these factors, Rite Aid is slowly disappearing from the retail scene in the United States. Bed Bath & Beyond. The company has been suffering for years and has now filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The corporation has started taking drastic efforts to reduce expenses and is considering full liquidation. There will be no more Bed Bath & Beyond or buybuy BABY shops after June 2030. The retail establishment went bankrupt due to management's incompetence. A massive liquidation sale has started, on par with what we've seen at Toys R Us and Circuit City over the past 15 years. Since debt holders get priority in bankruptcy proceedings, retail investors and meme stock traders are at a disadvantage and should consider selling their shares of Bed Bath & Beyond while they still can. The demise of Party City is sad news for fans of the famous party supply store. The firm filed for bankruptcy at the beginning of 2023, and as a result, all of its locations had to close. The company said that rising prices and changes in customer buying habits during the epidemic, which disrupted in-person party festivities, were to blame for its financial difficulties. The corporation said in November that it will be laying off 19% of its corporate staff in preparation for losses of up to $200 million in 2022. The company's shares were delisted on the spot after trading was suspended on January 18. Party City had $1 billion in assets but $10 billion in liabilities when it filed for bankruptcy. Therefore, Party City is in the process of permanently shutting all of its stores. Party City is the latest store to close its doors due to the current economic climate. Despite marketing itself as America's neighborhood general store, Dollar General is experiencing widespread shop closures across the United States. The closing of multiple stores in California, Colorado, Indiana, and Ohio has lately been confirmed by the bargain retailer. Occupational safety and health problems are the root cause of these closures, which may ultimately result in the insolvency of the entire chain. Dollar General has, on many occasions, put its employees in dangerous situations, as reported by the Occupational Safety and Health Administration (OSHA) of the United States Department of Labor. Since 2017, OSHA has performed over 180 inspections around the country, issuing penalties totaling over $15 million and condemning Dollar General for significant infractions in each. The safety of the staff is put at danger by these infractions, especially in times of crisis. Dollar General is aware of federal standards, but the regional administrator of OSHA in Atlanta, Peter Meyer, says the company is still not doing enough to protect its employees. A multi-million-dollar lawsuit has been filed against the faltering business. Tuesday Morning is another store that is having trouble. A month and a half ago, Tuesday Morning declared bankruptcy because it had too many businesses, many of which were in economically depressed areas. Because of this, 264 of the company's 464 shops will be shut down. The retailer is having financial difficulties because of falling foot traffic and sales. Tuesday Morning has sought Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection for the second time in 3 years. In 2020, during the peak of the COVID-19 epidemic, the initial filing was made. Retail analysts have expressed doubts about the chain's viability in 2023 due to its present financial situation. CVS. The majority of CVS locations, according to CEO Karen Lynch, will be closed by the end of the year. As a result of these difficulties, the corporation has decided to shut 900 locations around the country. These include dwindling customers, a lackluster selection, bare shelves, supply chain problems, post-shop design, stagnating revenues, and fiercer competition. CVS's existing shop concept is becoming outmoded, according to industry observers, and the corporation needs to quickly adapt to consumer wants and prove its relevance in the market if it is to weather the storm in the retail sector. As the company's grocery store division continues to underwhelm, Amazon is implementing cost-cutting strategies like Amazon Go and Amazon Fresh. The business has announced that it would cease opening any new Amazon Go or Amazon Fresh location, as well as discontinuing a large number of locations already open. Amazon is pulling back from the cashierless supermarket market because it does not believe there is a future there. Instead, it is concentrating on increasing its market share by acquiring Whole Foods' over 500 locations. Some Amazon Fresh locations with empty storefronts have been spotted, signaling an earlier than projected drop for both brands. As the retail crisis continues to devastatingly damage department shops, Moody's Analytics has placed Nordstrom on its bankruptcy watch list. The department store chain Nordstrom has just ceased business in Canada and is also closing a number of stores in the United States. Nordstrom's sales dropped by 40% in 2022, and the corporation is expected to come under much more pressure in 2023, especially if another economic crisis occurs. A drop in customer spending is projected to significantly reduce the store's profit margins. Best Buy, a financially troubled electronics giant, has been shutting shops at a steady clip since 2019. There are now less than 80 Best Buy stores left, and earlier this year, the company stated that it will be closing an additional 10% of its stores. There was no official word on how many stores will be shutting, but media sources indicate that more than half of the retailer's U.S. presence is struggling financially. Corie Barry, CEO of Best Buy, has expressed concern that supply chain problems, increased labor prices, and ongoing economic woes might cause a severe production slowdown. Executives at Best Buy are working hard to keep the company, or at least a portion of it, operational. The Children's Place, a children's clothing store headquartered in Secaucus, New Jersey, has announced that it will cut the number of its physical stores in half this year. Although the firm has announced its intention to shut 265 stores, it has not provided any information regarding which stores would be affected. The company has permanently shut down 586 locations so far, 315 of which occurred after the epidemic began. The number of the Children's Place location dropped to 613 at the end of 2022, down 8.3 from the previous year. Only 530 outlets are still operational at the moment, due to reasons such as shop closures, customer caution about inflation, and a lackluster Christmas season in 2022. The firm reported a 10.2% drop in net sales for the 3 months ended January 28, 2023. As a result of closing stores, the Children's Place may soon run into financial trouble and an unclear future. Known for its extensive menu that includes soups, sandwiches, salads, pasta dinners, breakfast dishes, and baked goods including cinnamon buns, muffins, bagels, and yogurt parfait, Corner Bakery is a popular fast-casual cafe brand. The restaurant may be struggling since its menu doesn't provide any signature dishes. At its peak in 2022, the company had 161 outlets. Today, that number is closer to 125. In 2021, there were more than 200 sites in the United States. The investment firm Pansy Group, which acquired Corner Bakery from Rock Capital in 2020, inherited $33.8 million in debt from 2017, when the company was acquired by Rock Capital. The bread chain has seen a decline in income and demand. Corner Bakery sought protection under Chapter 11 in February in the hopes that its debts may be restructured and the business sold to a new owner. However, given its current state, making it through this bankruptcy procedure is quite unlikely. In 2018, the well-known mattress company Mattress Firm filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy due to mounting financial challenges. The number of outlets was drastically cut once the firm emerged from bankruptcy. However, the company is in serious danger of folding as consumer spending decreases and demand for beds falls. Bloomberg reported that major mattress manufacturer Serta Simmons Bedding plans to file for bankruptcy in the coming months, thus cutting off Serta Simmons Bedding as a significant supply to Mattress Firm. According to Retail Dive, Mattress Firm parent firm Steinhoff has a 53% chance of declaring bankruptcy by the second quarter of 2023. Mattress Firm's expected collapse and probable insolvency might occur even sooner if customer demand continues to fall at a pace of 7% or more over the next several months. Kirklands, a retailer of home furnishings and decorations, is struggling under a challenging economic climate and has weak fundamentals. Over the previous 3 years, The company's sales have dropped from $634.12 million to $558.18 million, as reported by Seeking Alpha analysts. Kirklands has been having a hard time turning a profit, as seen by the dismal results of the most recent quarter. There has been a significant effect on sales, gross margin, and bottom line. The future of the retailer is particularly precarious because of the substantial reduction in demand and production of durable items like furniture during recessions. Kirkland's stock has been given a sell recommendation by market experts. Store foot traffic has been low, and mounting expenditures have further added to the company's woes. Shares of Kirkland have dropped by about 32% in the previous 3 months, and analysts see little hope for a recovery in 2023. Experts predict that apparel stores like Express will be hit particularly hard by the coming retail bankruptcy crisis. The coming recession is likely to spell doom for Express, a magazine aimed at young men and women aged 18 to 30 with discretionary budgets. There has been some backlash against the company because of the narrow size range it offers, especially for men's apparel. Since much of Express's apparel is designed in other countries, it typically lags behind current style trends. Express can't afford to make errors with their inventory because of how deeply indebted they already are. As a result of suppliers tightening credit requirements, the business may run into severe financial difficulties by 2023. Terry Fisher, a retail expert, expresses worry about the growing competition in the retail business and the consequent requirement for shops to establish their value to customers. Many well-known businesses may not make it through this year's crisis, as only the most resilient will emerge unscathed. There is a lot at risk, and the industry's future is unclear. Thus, it is recommended to pay a visit to your preferred retailers before an unexpected incident entirely alters the retail environment.